A machete thick. In the Spanish language, the word is possibly a diminutive form of the word macho, which was used to refer to sledgehammers. Alternatively, its origin may be macchiera, the name given by the Romans to the falcata. In the English language, an equivalent term is machete, though it is less commonly used. In the English-speaking Caribbean, such as Jamaica, Barbados, Guyana, and Grenada, and in Trinidad and Tobago, the term cutlass is used for these agricultural tools. In various tropical and subtropical countries, the machete is frequently used to cut through rainforest undergrowth and for agricultural purposes. Besides this, in Latin America a common use is for such household tasks as cutting large foodstuffs into pieces, much as a cleaver is used, or to perform crude cutting tasks, such as making simple wooden handles for other tools. It is common to see people using machetes for other jobs, such as splitting open coconuts, yard work, removing small branches and plants, chopping animals' food, and clearing bushes. Machetes are often considered tools and used by adults. However, many hunter-gatherer societies and cultures surviving through subsistence agriculture begin teaching babies to use sharp tools, including machetes, before their first birthdays. Because the machete is common in many tropical countries, it is often the weapon of choice for uprisings. For example, the Boricua Popular Army are unofficially called macheteros because of the machete-wielding laborers of sugarcane fields of past Puerto Rico. Many of the killings in the 1994 Rwandan genocide were performed with machetes, and they were the primary weapon used by the Interahamwe militias there. Machetes were also a distinctive tool and weapon of the Haitian Tonton Macoute. In 1762, the British captured Havana in a lengthy siege during the 7 Years' War. Volunteer militiamen led by Pepe Antonio, a Guanabacoa councilman, were issued with machetes during the unsuccessful defense of the city. The machete was also the most iconic weapon during the independence wars in that country. Although it saw limited battlefield use, Carlos Manuel de Cespedes, owner of the sugar refinery La de Majagua near Manzanillo, freed his slaves on 10 October 1868. He proceeded to lead them, armed with machetes, in revolt against the Spanish government. The first cavalry charge using machetes as the primary weapon was carried out on 4 November 1868 by Maximo Gomez, a sergeant born in the Dominican Republic, who later became the general-in-chief of the Cuban Army. The machete was a common sidearm and tool for many ethnic groups in West Africa. Machetes in this role are referenced in Chinua Achebe's Things Fall Apart. Some countries have a name for the blow of a machete. The Spanish machetazo is sometimes used in English. In the British Virgin Islands, Grenada, Jamaica, St. Kitts and Nevis, Barbados, St. Lucia, and Trinidad and Tobago, the word planus means to hit someone with the flat of the blade of a machete or cutlass. To strike with the sharpened edge is to chop. Throughout the Caribbean, the term cutlass refers to a laborer's cutting tool. The Brazilian Army's Instruction Center on Jungle Warfare developed a machete with a blade 10 inches. Many fictional slashers have used it as a weapon in horror and fighting movies. Most notably Jason Voorhees from the Friday the 13th movie series. The sacket is used primarily in southern Armenia and Artsakh when clearing areas or hiking. It's especially well suited for clearing the plentiful blackberry plants in these regions. The panga or tapanga is a variant used in East and Southern Africa. This name may be of Swahili etymology, not to be confused with the panga fish. The panga blade broadens on the backside and has a length of 16 to 18 inches. The upper inclined portion of the blade may be sharpened. This tool has been used as a weapon during the Mau Mau uprising, in the Rwandan genocide, in South Africa particularly in the 1980s and early 1990s when the former province of Natal was racked by conflict between the African National Congress and the Zulu Nationalist Inkatha Freedom Party. In the Philippines, the bolo is a very similar tool, but with the blade swelling just before the tip to make the knife even more efficient for chopping. Variations include the longer and more pointed itik intended for combat, This was used during the Philippine Revolution against the Spanish colonial authorities, later becoming a signature weapon of guerrillas in the Philippine-American War. Filipinos still use the bolo for everyday tasks, such as clearing vegetation and chopping various large foodstuffs. These are also commonly found in most Filipino kitchens, with some sets displayed on the walls and other sets for less practical use. The bolo is also used in training in eskrima, the indigenous martial art of the Philippines. Other similar tools include the parang and the golok. However, these tend to have short,